Welcome back. In this video, we are going to solve another one of the important programming challenges of Hackerrank, and name of this programming challenge is Count Triplets. In this programming challenge, we will get a list of array values, and in this list of array values, we have to extract three values which will be in the format of geometric progression. Now let's understand this problem first. So I said if we have to extract three different values. Let's say first value is I, second value is j, and the third value will be, let's say, k. So the difference of I, j and k is that I should be less than j and j should be less than k, and the difference of I, j and k is r. Okay, so let's understand this in a completely different way. So let's say that I considered one value is I, another one is j. So I said that difference is r, common, that will be known as common ratio. So this j value I can also write like this, I into r. This is the second value. Now the third value is k. So the difference of j and k is r. So I can also write like this, j into r, or I can also write like this, I into r. Okay, so this is the pattern I have to record in this list of array values, and I have to find out how many number of patterns exist, and I have to return that number of patterns. That will be our output. Let's understand this problem with the help of an example. Let's say there will be four array values are there. One, 2, 2 and 4. So I can see that. So let's say I will consider the first value I as 1. Okay, this is the first value, so I consider this one as 1. So if I equal to 1, okay, then what will be the j? For j we need the common ratio. The common ratio also we will get as an input. Let's say in this example common ratio will be 2. Okay, so j will be I into r, so 1 into 2, so j will be 2, and the next value is, third value is k. So what will be the k? J into r. So in this scenario r is 2, so 2 into 2, 4. So this is the one pattern we got. So it will look like this, 1 into 2, 2 into 4. That is one pattern that we received in this problem. Now in this array value, if you will see, there is one value, 2 is left behind. So that one also we can read as another pattern. So another pattern will look like this, 1, first value, second value is 2, and third value is 4. This is also one pattern. So how many number of patterns we recorded? We recorded 2 patterns. One pattern, this one, 1, 2, 4. Another pattern, 1, 2, 4. So total number of patterns are 2. So this 2 will be our answer. So we understood what is the problem of count triplets, and we also saw the input. 4 will say the list of array values that we will receive, and 2 will be the common ratio which is considered as r, and we have to find out the number of geometric progression in the format of 3, and the difference of this geometric progression is r, that is common ratio 2. Okay, so we have to find out the number of patterns, and that will be our input. So we saw the input, we also saw what is the problem. Now let's see the constraint of this problem. Constraint is the range of list of array value which will be between 1 to 10 to the power 5. Okay, and the range of common ratio, it will be between 1 to 10 to the power 9. Okay, and the range of array values, it will be between 1 to 10 to the power 9. This is our constraint. Okay, so we saw the input, we also saw what is the problem, and we saw the constraints. Now what we will do next, we are going to solve this programming challenge with the help of Java. So let's do that. This problem, what we are going to do, we are going to take previous example input only. Okay, so first of all, what we are going to do, we are going to initialize two variable left and right, and we are going to initialize two variable as a key value pair. Let's do that one first. Here we can see that we are getting two arguments, the first one number of array variables and this long r. This r is a common ratio. So let's initialize two variables. Okay, now the next thing that what we are going to do is we are going to put all the values of array inside in the right variable in the format of key and value. For example, here I can see that 1, 2 to 4 is given. So all the unique values I will keep it on one side. For example, 1, 2 and 4. Okay, these are the values as input as a key. And after that, in the next side, in the value side, what I am going to do, I am going to write all the number of iterations that value came. For example, I can see that here 1 came only one time, 2 came 2 times, and 4 came 1 time. Correct? So okay, and in the left side for now I'm going to keep it as empty. So first of all, I'm going to write a for each loop to import all the values of array inside this right variable. Done. So to validate this one, that the data is correctly inserted or not, for that I'm going to take another for each loop. I can see that in the right path, in the right variable, all the data got inserted the way we want. So this one got validated, so I don't need this one, so I can remove. After that, what we are going to do, we are going to iterate all the values of input array. For that, I'm going to use stream function. So I'm going to write here arr dot stream dot for each, and I'm going to iterate with the help of a j. Done. And here I'm going to initialize two more values. Value type will keep it as long values name long count 1. Let's say default value I will keep it as 0, and another one here is 0l, and another one that I'm going to take the variable name, I will keep it as long count 2. That will be better. Done. So what are the things that we have done here? So let's see what are the things we covered. Okay, first of all, we initialize two values left and right with type value map. Correct. And after that, what we did, in the right section we have implemented all the data of array input value with the count and their iteration number. We can see that 1 came 1 time, 2 came 2 times, 4 came 1 time. Added all the data in the right variable. And after that, what we did, we iterated all the value of input array with the help of a array.stream for each. Here I have taken iteration variable j. And after that, we initialize two value here, count 1 and count 2. Up to that much we did. the next thing that what we are going to do, we are going to, before our logic and after the end of our logic, every time whenever the increment will happen, first of all we will decrease the value by -1 with the increment number, and we will add the value by +1. Okay, so let's implement this in our code first. So for that, what we are going to do, we are going to copy this one, beginning of the ARR stream and end of the ARR stream. This one should be left. Okay, done. And here it should be minus. First of all, we will do minus in the beginning, and in the end it should be plus. Let's replace item with J. Okay, now before we proceed further, let's understand our logic a little bit, what we are going to write. So you can see that here in the ARR.stream, we have given J as the iteration number, and we also know that we have to extract 3 values with a common ratio. Okay, so first value will be I, second value will be J, and third value will be K. So what we are planning to do, that for every number that we will iterate in this array.stream, we will consider that number as a middle number only. So if that number is considered as a middle number and I have to find the first number, how am I going to find out? We know that the common ratio is R. So I can write like this, J by R. And if I have to find the third number, we can write J into R. If this number and this number exist in our array, and this number is the differentiation of R, that means if J percentile R equal to 0, if all 3 condition matches, then in this array we can find our exact pattern and we can extract the number of pattern that it exists. Okay, so for that one we are going to write a logic here. Logic will be, we will give 2 if logic. Okay, first if we are going to check I and J is the correct value or not, and in the second if logic we will check if J and K is correct or not. If both the condition matches, then we will get our exact pattern. So what I am going to write? I am going to write if left dot contains J by R and J percentile R equal to 0. If this condition matches, that means I and J, it will come under our pattern category. If the condition matches, then count 1 equal to left dot get J by R. Okay, next, now we will check J and K. For that, what we are going to write? We are going to write if left dot contains J into K and J percentile R equal to 0. If the condition matches, then implement count 2, and count 2 will be, here should be right, yeah, count 2 will be right dot get J by R. Done. So this is the logic I have written. First of all, we will check in that section that I and J got matches or not, and after that we check that J and K it matches or not. If all those 2 condition matches, then we got our pattern. And one more thing you have seen here, if you'll see here, I've used left variable, and here I've used right variable, so that in the every iteration it is easier for me to extract number of patterns that it exists. We will see when we start analyzing the code. Okay, so here first value as 1, so I will take in ARR stream first value I will consider as 1 here. 1. All right. So let's start. In ARR stream, first value is 1, and here I can see that count 1 and count 2 default value is 0, and after that write value minus 1. So 1 exists here, correct? So 1 value minus 1, it will become 0, correct? And after that we can reach the next first if value. In the first if value, left dot contains j by r. We can see that in the left section right now there is no data, so the condition is false. So count 1, it will become 0 only, because the default value is 0 and the condition became false. After that, the next if value, if right dot contains j into k, it should not be j into k, it should be j into r. Okay, right dot contains j into r. So what is j? 1. What is common ratio? R is to 1 into 2. So 2 exists? Yes, 2 exists. The condition is true. And after that we went to j percentile r to find out j is the valid middle number or not. So I will find it out. 1 percentile 2 equal to 0? No, it's not equal to 0. So condition is false. So it won't go to inside count 2. So count 2 also it will become 0 only. 0 only. Okay. Okay, after that left plus 1. The left value will be 1, and here the value is iteration number is 1. So first iteration got completed. Now let's see the next iteration. Next iteration number is 2. So again it will start from the beginning. So 2, it will become minus 1. So 1, and after that left dot contains j by r. Left dot contains what is 2 by 2. 2 by 2 is 1. Yes, 1 exists. Condition is true. And after that j percentile r equal to 0. So 2 by 2 equal to j 2 percentile 2 equal to 0. Yes, condition true. So it will go inside count 1. What is the count 1? Left dot get j by r. So what is the value of 1? 1 value is 1. So count 1 it will get stored. After that next if loop, right dot contains j by r, j into r. What is j? 2. To 2 into 2, 4. 4 exists in the right section? Yes, it exists in the right section. After that j percentile r equal to 0? Yes, that means it is the valid middle number and third number also. So it will go inside count 2. Count 2. So what is the value? Right, get j into r. This one also it should be into r. So what is that right dot get? Right, j is 2. 2 into 2, 4. 4 exists. What is the value of 1? What is the value of 4? Value of 4 is 1. So count 2, it will become 1 only. So okay, now let's go to the third value. What is the third value? Third value is also 2. So again it will 2, it will minus 1, it will become 0. Okay, first of all I will write this one because in the left section it is there. Okay, and after that again third value is 2. So first of all it will get minus 1, so it will become 0. Okay, correct. And again after that left, first if left, count 1 it will get repeated 1 only, and in the second if again count 2 it will become 1 only. After that again left plus 1, so 1 will get incremented by 2. Done. What is the fourth value? Fourth value is 4. 4. Again we will start from the beginning. Here it is 4. 4 by minus 1 value it will become 0. Now after that the first if it is written, if left dot contains j by r, j is 4. 4 divided by 2. 2 exists. Yes, condition is true. J percentile r equal to 0. Yes, 4 percentile 2 equal to 0. This condition is also true. So count 1, left dot get j by r. 4 by 2, 2. So what is the value of left? Is 2. So I am going to write here in the count 1, 2 it is written. After that, second if right dot contains j into r. What is j? J is 4 and r is 2. So 4 into 2, 2. So in the right section 8 exists? No, it does not exist. So the condition is false and the count 2 it will become 0 only, which is that default value of this count 2. Okay. After that left plus 1. What is that? 4. And here it will become 1. Now if you will see one thing here, in the right all the values it will become 0, and in the left all the values it became incremented whatever the data it has entered in the right section, and we have reached the end of the loop. Okay, so in the end of the loop, and after that we will see count 1 and count 2. In the count 1 and count 2, if you will see, there is one value it got matches here, this one and this one. So if I will multiply, so answer it will come like this: 0, 1, this will become 1 again, and this will become 0. So if we'll add, answer will be 2. And this is the exact answer we need and this is the exact pattern for this our input. Okay, 2 only. So this is the logic that I have written to solve this problem. First of all, what I did, I took 2 map variables and I entered all the data in the right section. After that, slowly by slowly, I am implementing my logic and putting my data from right to left. And through that, I am calculating count 1 and count 2. And when I got the value of count 1 and count 2, what I did, I multiplied count 1 into count 2. Through that, I can see that if both the section it got matched, got data or not. If both the section we got the data, then we can add the value and find out the number of patterns it exists. So in this pattern, 1 exists in this, 1 into 1, 1, and 1 into 1, 1. Both the section pattern is existed. So if total number of pattern that exist in this input is 2 only. So this is the logic that I have written. Now what I will do, I will write the same logic in our code and to see that it will work properly or not. So let's go to our code. Up to that much we did. Now here I am going to implement 2 if loop. First if loop to check I and j, and the second if loop to check j and k. So left dot contains, here should be j by r, and after that j percentile r equal to 0. If the condition is equal, then left dot get j by r. Validation of first if is completed. Now the second if logic. First of all, we will check k. Okay, and this one should be same for the validation of the middle number, and again j. And one more thing, in this section I am going to check the right variable. So I think all the logic that whatever we talked, I have implemented it here. The next thing that we are going to do is run the code. Two is the common ratio and the 4 values are 1, 2, 2 and 4. Here answer is coming as 0. That's because I have implemented all the logic, but I am not returning anything that is the sum of the value, because if you say after writing our logic we have to count 1 and count 2 we have to multiply, and the summation of the data we have to return, correct? So for that what we are going to do, after end of this left variable we are going to write return count 1 into count 2. But if I have written after writing this logic, I can see that in the for each section error is coming. That's because for each does not return anything. So I will replace for each to map too long. Okay, so count 1 and count 2 I am returning. Now the next part is every iteration I have to add this count 1 and count 2. For that I am going to use some method. Done. Let's save the data and return our calculation. Let's execute the code one more time and see that it will display the correct output or not. Again it is showing as 0. That means I have done some mistake. Let's figure it out what mistake I have done here. So left dot getter default, it is correct. Right dot contains key j into r, j percentile r equal to 0. Okay, so you can see that here also I am writing count 1 and here also I am writing count 1. It should be count 2. Let's try one more time. Answer is coming as 2. So I think all the implementation that what we have talked here, I've written it down there. Now what is the next thing that we are going to do? We are going to execute our code in the Hackerrank console to find out that we have written all the implementations correct or not. So let's copy this code. Go to the Hackerrank console and paste our code here. Now let's run the code. So we can see that 3 test cases got successful. The next thing that we are going to do, we'll submit the code. So I can see that all the test cases got successful. So the whatever logic that we have talked here and we have implemented here is correct. Okay. So this is the end of the video. Again, in the next video, we are going to talk about another one of the important programming challenges of Hackerrank. So stay tuned and keep watching Adyan channel. Thank you.